the front court, taking her time. McCarthy sets a high screen. Forenstein, a three. Deep one is very good. Coughs it up, 2 apiece, 3 minutes gone by. McCarthy, a J from the baseline, feathery.
Wade looking for a lane to drive, gets inside, now kicks it to the corner. Megan Muir for 3 and good.
Will dribble out the clock as she watches the time expire. Your Bedford Bulldogs are Division I NHIAA state champions.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Lundholm Gymnasium here on here in Durham, New Hampshire. I'm Harry Kozlowski here with Mike Top. We are bringing you the big one, the Division I final between #1 seed Bedford, #2 Londonderry. Clash of the Titans here, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, Harry, obviously you see 21-0 for Bedford, 20-1 for Londonderry. That loss obviously coming against Bedford. You know, Bedford is their 5th straight state championship game. They have 2 champions. We've got 8 all-state players that are going to start today. 3 of the 6 first-teamers, 3 of the 6 all-defensive team. It's just a star-studded game. We all knew after the first game, this is where it was going to end up.
You can't ask for more, and that's exactly what we were talking about with Coach Kevin Gibbs, along with a few other things. So here's what the coach had to say about this game.
We're speaking with Coach Kevin Gibbs on the eve of the girls' Division I basketball title game. Coach, last time we saw you play, we saw Sarah Muir take a hard tumble on the floor against Concord Christian. We did see her return to the bench that game. How is she doing now, and will she be available on Saturday?
Well, first of all, not only is Sarah going to be available, but she'll be at 100%. Obviously, you and everyone else saw the spill. It was very scary. Our first concern was, a potential concussion, but in actuality, it was more of like a whiplash injury to her upper back and lower neck. Sat her out. Well, we didn't practice at all on Tuesday. We sat her out on Wednesday. She spent a lot of time with our trainer, and by yesterday she was 100% full in practice, and she's very tough. She is doing all of the necessary things, heating pads and rolling a lacrosse ball on it, and so on and so forth. So she's ready to go. This is a game that she wouldn't want to miss anyway, but she has full clearance from the training staff.
That's good to hear. When Sarah did go down, you put in Julie into that game, and even facing the pressure of being in a semifinal game as a freshman, she scored 10 points and your team didn't miss a beat. That was just a tremendous example of being ready when your number is called.
Well, well said, Harry. We have preached that all year. Our practices are extremely competitive, all the way from one end of the lineup to the other end of the lineup, and the girls are ready to come in and do whatever is necessary. And Juliet is one that has more than proven her capability to come in. I don't know whether she doesn't realize what the stage is like, or
unfortunately, we had a little mishap here on the interview. It just stopped playing right in the middle. But the coach is talking about Sarah Muir going down. It was a scary moment in the game when she took that tumble against Concord Christian. She left the arena for a short while. She did come back to sit on the bench, and it's good news that not only is she 100%, but she'll be starting today.
No, it's great news. As you said, you fear, a concussion, something. She get hit hard. She plays so hard that when she goes down hard. So it's great to see. She looks great. She looked great in warm-up, so she's ready to go.
And, of course, Juliet Laws did a great job spelling for her and Juliet. The freshman will no doubt be stepping up for some of the players that are going to be graduating this year. Of course, we're talking about the seniors. These players are looking to finish their career, back-to-back titles, back-to-back perfect seasons. They have a lot to achieve here tonight.
Oh, yeah. The 2 seniors for Bedford, like you said, have the championship last year. They want to go out on top with another one. And for the other girls, it's a great building game right here.
Teams are on the court. Stands are starting to fill up with partisans. The Londonderry fans are sitting across from us in their blue and red. The Bedford fans in red and black are behind us. the Bedford bench on the left side of your screen or the left side of your radio dial if you're listening to us live on the radio. We will have the video of this broadcast in a couple of days on delay on BCTV, but for right now it is only available live to you on Bedford 105.1 radio. Bedford in their whites, Londonderry in their blues.
Yeah, and Harry, we were talking before the game, and you mentioned, you see the 21-0, 20-1. We did the game back in Bedford against Londonderry. Londonderry had a 9-point lead in the fourth quarter. Their two best players, two first-team All-Staters, had 4 fouls, and that got Bedford to get back in the game, going a 16-1. So on the scoreboard, it looks like a 7-point game for Bedford, but we all know it's a lot closer than that.
Starting lineups being recorded right now. Reagan Anderson for the Lancers, number 3, Andy Zink. For Bedford, get Gemma Murray, number 10. Number 5, the aforementioned Sarah Muir out of court starting. Number 12, Brooke Ekrit for the Lancers. Eva Zink, number 12 for the Bulldogs. Number 14, Mia Giampa, for the Lancers. Number 20, leading scorer for the Bulldogs, Kate Allard. And Mel McCarthy, number 23 for the Bulldogs. Number 21, Samantha Sullivan, the leading scorer for these Lancers. And while we have a moment, we will take a pause for these messages. We'll be right back.
BCTV and WBNH thank our underwriters. Primary Bank, New Hampshire's bank for business. PrimaryBankNH.com. The Wicks Insurance Group, serving New Hampshire and the Bedford community with auto, home, life, and business insurance since 1984. TheWicksInsuranceGroup.com. Interim Healthcare of Manchester, personalizing care to help meet your unique health needs. InterimHealthcare.com. Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, your local brokerage boutique. Relationships built on trust. MrsNelsonsNeighborhood.com. Great New Hampshire restaurants. Food tastes better with family. Tbones.com or Copperdoor.com.
National anthem performed live here at Lundholm Gym. We're just moments away from tip-off. You were talking about that regular season finale, that game where Bedford came back from 16 down. In that game, the Lancers were led by Gemma Murray. She put in 20 points that game. Sammy Sullivan with 12. Normally the leading scorer. She was definitely held in check by the Bulldogs in that game. Meanwhile, on the Bulldogs side, it was Annie Zink and Kate Allen both chipping in 17 points.
Yeah, I mean, we're, as I said, 8 All-Staters, definitely both teams deep, but, the two stars that, Sammy Sullivan, Kate Allard, Player of the Year, Sammy Sullivan, state leading scorer, probably in consideration for that Player of the Year. So I know last game they guarded each other until Sullivan got foul trouble, so we'll see if that happens again. Great matchup. You're not going to see a better matchup in basketball.
Here we go, the teams at center court. It's going to be Kate Allard taking the tip against Samantha Sullivan, number 21. Bulldogs going from left to right. And the official blows the whistle. Here's the tip. And it's won by Bedford. Zink brings it over the timeline. Defended by Murray. Now they kick it out over to Muir. Down low to Allard in the corner. Inside to McCarthy. Turnaround jumper off the glass. Rebound by Eva Zink, and she's going to be fouled on the putback.
I've noticed a lot. I think Mel, being over 6 feet, she likes to shoot a little at first, show people, hey, I can hit this. You got to guard me out here, and then later take them down low. So almost every game, one of her first shots is going to. She wants to, show the team that she can shoot.
Gemma Murray is the guilty party collecting the foul. And the first free throw by Eva Zink is good.
I mean, Keith, Gemma Murray was one of the ones. She had 4 fouls last game. She's their point guard. If she goes down early, that could definitely be a huge advantage for Bedford.
Second shot off the mark, rebounded by the Lancers by Murray. Now it's Londonderry's chance here. Sullivan drives, goes to the bucket, shot blocked by Allard, and she comes away with the loose ball. Bedford leads 1-0 here, 7:18 to go in the first. Into the Muir, inside to McCarthy. She got hit on the arm, no foul, but Bulldogs.
So Anderson's guarding Mel. I mean, she's given up at least 6 inches. You can see it right in front of us right now. It's at least 6 inches. She's going to have to battle her all day.
And here's Anderson on McCarthy. Over to Giampa. She dribbles, leaves it there for Murray. Murray takes a long 2-pointer off the mark. Rebound by Zink. Quick pass up to Al. That's it. Now the kick out to Zink. Over to Muir. Muir tries to get it inside. She throws it behind. Goes off her hand, out of bounds. Turn Bedford. So 3-0 Bulldogs. Murray brings it over the timeline, being watched closely by Muir. Murray still with it, still dribbles. Picks up a pick, stops, thought about the 3. Kicks it over to Ekrit. Now Ekrit drives to the bucket through several Bulldogs off the mark, but she's going to be fouled in the act of shooting. We'll see who gets the call here. And it's going to be Eva Zink picking up the foul.
Ekrit's, really quick. That she's a junior, really quick. Complements Murray really well as a 1-2 guard, and then you got Sullivan who can shoot from anywhere on the court. That's what makes Londonderry so dangerous.
So Brooke Ekrit was on the foul line. Now she's going back to the bench for some reason. I think she was hit. She might have a nosebleeds. That's exactly what the problem is. So she was struck in the face and she has a bleed. So a timeout is called while the trainers work on her. In the meantime, while we have a moment here, don't forget that just 24 hours from now, it's going to be the boys on the court here. Your number 1 seeded Bedford Bulldogs against Keene, number 5?
Number 6, I believe.
Number 6 seed. They were able to upset number 2 Portsmouth in Rochester back on Wednesday. So it's going to be Keene, their first appearance in the state finals since 1992. You bet they're fired up for that, against the Bulldogs, who are looking to win their second title in 3 years.
Yeah, it should be. I mean, it's funny when you look at the preseason rankings that came out. I think Bedford was 11 and Keene must have been right around there. So, I mean, Vegas odds of those two getting here were so slim. So the fact that, it shows that Division I boys basketball, there's so much parity.
And it's funny you mention that, because I did speak to Coach Frank Moreno, and we'll play that interview tomorrow before the game. And he exactly said that. I said, "Are you surprised that you're here?" And I was expecting to say no, but he goes, "Oh yeah, I am surprised here. I didn't know what I had either at the start of the season, but you had players like Ouija Dak really develop, and of course all the other players really deliver, and they did it. They got the number 1 seed."
To your point, they not only graduated 2 seniors, but they lost 2 of their key players, went to prep school, so they really lost 4 of their 5 starters from last year's team, and still were able to battle and get that 1 seed and make it to the championship.
Okay, we are ready to resume here. Brooke Ekrit back on the foul stripe, ready to take 2 shots here. 6:13 to play. Bulldogs are up 3-0. Ekrit trying to get on the score sheet here. No good. Rebound Zink. Leaves it for Eva Zink. She drives all the way to the bucket, puts it up too strong. Rebound by Gemma Murray for Londonderry, coming back in a hurry. Gemma to the baseline. Her pass back for Giampa, blocked and intercepted the Bulldogs. Now here's Muir to the bucket, and I believe it's going to be Reagan Anderson picking up the foul there.
Yeah, I mean, this is what the Bulldogs do. They run. They go hard to the hole, or go to the line, and just watch them all game. That's what they're going to be looking to fast break.
So Muir on the foul line. Perfect. Gets that to fall. That's her first point. Bulldogs up 4-0. She's got another free throw on the way. Second one is good. 2 for 2 for Sarah Muir. Thing here with 5:48 to play. Murray dribbles. Zink on her. Almost dragged that. Yes, she did. I thought she dragged that pivot foot, and the official right next to us thought the same thing. Turnover, Londonderry.
I mean, you are seeing, Kate Allard's just playing denial. She's denying Sammy Sullivan the ball. She hasn't gotten the ball yet. She screamed, but they need to get her involved. Chance here. So
much of the Londonderry offense goes through Samantha that if you take her out of the game. Now here's a blocking foul, I believe, on Reagan Anderson, and she's hurt. Muir really collided with her, but they're going to put the foul on the defensive player. Reagan Anderson stays in the game despite really taking a hard hit there from Muir. Muir's going to go back on the line. Not a shooting foul.
I will say Anderson, she's coming out. She's one of my favorite players. She had 1,000 rebounds in her career, and as we said, she's 5'5". I mean, usually if you get 1,000 rebounds, you're over 6 feet. She just battles. Does all the dirty work.
Rebound. Now here's Allard, drives to the bucket, and she's going to take a foul here from 71. She's going to the first, and the Londonderry faithful don't like that call.
So yeah, I mean, same story, right? Already we got, one on Sullivan, one on Murray, 2 on Anderson. That's what killed them last game.
Allard's the fourth foul on Londonderry. One more, and Bedford will be the bonus here in this first quarter, leading 5-0. Second shot coming up now from Allard, and that one is good. So 1 point for Kate Allard. 6-0 here with 5 minutes to go in the first. Here's Samantha Sullivan dribbling against Allard. Giampa, a runner, gets blocked. And Gemma Murray is able to get the loose ball for Londonderry. She drives to the bucket, puts it up too strong, but she's going to be fouled and will go to the line.
I think they got McCarthy for that one.
So McCarthy does the mea culpa, said it's on me. Officials agree. That's her first foul.
Yep.
Second team foul on the Bulldogs.
What's fun is I saw Lana McCarthy in the stand. She came all the way back from Indiana just to watch her sister play in this, and her former teammates obviously playing this game.
So Gemma Murray with the first free throw is good. That puts Londonderry on the scoreboard. Second one is a positive roll that falls. 6-2 now. Bulldogs up with 4:55 to play. Eva Zink thought about getting inside to McCarthy, but instead it's going to be Muir for 3, rims out. Over the back ball on Eva Zink on that rebound. I think officials kind of automatically call that when a taller player reaches over a shorter player, but there really wasn't. There was contact, but it wasn't like a foul contact.
It definitely, I didn't think it was. I definitely see what the ref saw, but yeah, to your point, I thought she
just
was
the ball.
clean. I thought it was clean, but.
So 2 fouls on Eva Zink. Here's Sullivan. Drives, puts it up, no good, gets her own rebound, puts it up again. And the rebound taken there by Sarah Muir. Bulldogs coming back. Here's Zink, thought about the 3, now puts it on the floor, dribbles to the bucket, gets it back to Muir. High pass from McCarthy, off her fingertips, out of bounds. Ball goes over to Londonderry.
I'm surprised they're not working into Mel a little more. And she's got that huge size advantage on Wilson now. Was Anderson before, now it's Wilson.
Bulldogs up by 4, 6-2. Here's Ekrit, being guarded by Kate Allard. Leaves it for Murray. Murray to Giampa. Giampa on the baseline, gets it inside to Sullivan, off the glass and good.
You saw the whole time Sullivan wanted that ball. Once she switched, she had this highs advantage, and she wanted that ball. She got it.
Long lead pass for the Bulldogs, knocked out of bounds by Ekrit. It's going to be Bulldogs ball here at 3:53 to play. 6-4 game, Bulldogs up by 2.
Grace Wolf entered for Eva Zink, so she's now in the game.
Muir to Annie Zink. Drives to the bucket, glass, and gets the roll. It's good.
Just a great move. Hesitation, went to her left, finishes. That was a great move by Zink.
2 points for Annie Zink. Here's Sullivan for Londonderry. Takes a bit of a hit. Almost lost the ball. Now gives it to Ekrit. Ekrit drives with the jumper. It's good. 8-6. Bulldogs up. Londonderry coming to life with six quick points. Here's Kate Allard in the corner. Drives the baseline. Goes to the glass and puts it in. 3 points now for Kate Allard. 10-6. Bulldogs up 4. Sullivan. Allard on her. Leaves it for Giampa. Brooke Wilson in the game now for Londonderry. She had it. Now Gemma Murray with the runner. And they're going to call a foul here.
It looked like Allard held Sullivan on that one.
So the foul away from the ball. But that is the 4th team foul on the Bulldogs. Both teams now with 4 fouls. Next foul puts the other team into the bonus.
And in high school, it's not one-on-one. It's 2 shots once you go in the bonus. So
here's Samantha Sullivan driving. Underhanded layup, no good. McCarthy with the rebound. And they're going to call a travel. It's really there. The dribble got too high for McCarthy, and she tried to pull it down.
Exactly.
Officials show travel, but it's really a carry. So turnover Bedford, ball over to Londonderry. Inbound to Gemma Murray here. 2:35 to play in the first quarter. Murray picks up a pick, still with the ball. Kicks it out now to Ekrit, who tries a long 3. It's short off the rim. Bedford with the rebound. Muir, and Ekrit is able to get in between Muir and that pass, knocks it out of bounds. Ball will stay with the Bulldogs. Here with 2:19, go ahead.
It's interesting, each school has equal number of students, but Londonderry actually has a student section, and Bedford students are more scattered in the stands.
Sarah Muir now, dribble. Gets it to Zink. Zink thought about 3. Puts it on the ground, now kicks it out to Muir on the other side of the floor. Here's a kick out to McCarthy. She drives to the bucket, and she will be fouled. I believe Giampa, 14, is going to be the guilty party. We'll get confirmation. That is going to be the 5th on the Lancers, and that puts Bedford into the bonus. Of course, this is a shooting foul, so 2 shots either way.
I thought that was a good foul. It looked like McCarthy had an open lane. You know, make her hit 2 free throws instead of giving her an easy bucket.
And strategy worked. That ball rims out on McCarthy, so she misses the first one. Grace Wolf comes out. Oh no, I'm sorry, she just went into the backcourt here. So McCarthy will try her second free throw here, leading 10-6. And that one rims out. Ball is loose momentarily, but Londonderry comes up with it. Gemma Murray over the timeline, now pulls back. Ball barely gets to Sullivan, her teammate. Sullivan drives to the baseline, kicks it into the corner to Murray. Now here's Ekrit for 3. And it's good. Rims around a bit, but falls. 10-9. 1-point game now. 1:30 to go in the first quarter. Zink finds Muir off the glass and in.
Great teamwork there. Great drive by Zink. Another hesitation, gets in the lane. They double. Muir's wide open for the cut.
Bedford aggressive in transition and gets to the bucket quickly when they get scored on. Londonderry with the ball now. Ekrit. Correction, that's Brooke Wilson. Gets it to Ekrit. Almost had the ball knocked away. Now she pulls back. They reset. Ekrit to Gemma. To Giampa, I should say. Now Gemma Murray. Going to try the 3. That's air ball. Out of bounds. Bedford ball.
That 3, I don't know what this is, NBA 3, that was a deep 3.
She was outside of the boys, I guess whatever the college three-point line is.
Yeah.
They had to put a new 3-point line here for NHIAA women, but the college line is still on the floor, and that three was from there. Now here's Allard from three from the same range, no good. Rebound Sullivan. 36 seconds to play here in the first. 12-9 Bedford. Sullivan drives to the bucket, and she's going to be fouled by Allard.
That's going to be her second. That's going to be Allard's second.
So two-shot foul here for Samantha Sullivan, who's got 2 points in the game so far. And that one touches all the rim, but bounces out.
Definitely a rare miss from the line for Sullivan.
Yeah, both teams actually missing a lot from the free throw line today. Maybe it's just being in a strange gymnasium. You're not used to these rims. Second one coming up, and that was the swish. Perfect. 12-10 now. Bulldogs up by 2. 30 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Let's see if Bedford holds for one shot, making sure they go into the second quarter with the lead.
Ella Allard with the ball. She's in the game. Mel McCarthy now. Back over to Annie Zink. Gives it to Muir. Heat grid on her. Now she drives to the basket. Runs out of room. Finds Zink. Now kicks it out to Allard for the three. It was way off the mark, and looks like, I'm not sure what the call is here, but they're giving the ball to Londonderry.
I think they got 3 in the key.
3 in the key, gotcha. So 4.9 seconds left here. And they stop.
Interesting.
Nope, they're just going to wait in the backcourt for the buzzer to go off, and here we go. After one, it is 12-10 Bulldogs.
Yep. I mean, we knew it's going to be a back-and-forth game. Bedford got out to a 6-0 lead. And, Londonderry kind of, clamped down, hit some key shots, and they're right back in this game.
Sarah Muir leading the Bulldogs with 4 points, followed by Kate Allard with 3. Annie Zink, Mel McCarthy both with 2, and Eva Zink with 1 on the Londonderry side of the ledger. Brooke Ekrid leading the way with 5 points. Gemma Murray with 2, and Sarah Sullivan with 3. We would like to thank our underwriters that make our sports coverage possible on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. They include Primary Bank, the Wicks Insurance Group, Interim Healthcare of Manchester, Nelson Real Estate in New Hampshire, and great New Hampshire restaurants like T-Bones and the Copper Door.
So yeah, I think, I called it last game in the semifinals. I'm going on record. This is going to be a great game, but I can pretty much guarantee next year these two teams are going to be here. They're each losing, maybe 2-3 seniors. I mean, just when you look at the juniors and sophomores that these teams have and the chemistry they have, I can't see anyone else being here next year besides these two.
These teams are great rivals, but they're also very close to each other. They work together on the Christmas holiday tournament. Coach Gibbs and Coach Doherty, both good friends, talk a lot, share a lot of notes. So these two programs very close to each other, despite playing for a title here. Here's a shot by Sullivan. Short jumper was short, tried to get it over McCarthy, couldn't do it. Bedford with the rebound. Muir over the timeline. Kate Allard at the three-point circle, leaves it there for McCarthy. Kicks it out to Annie Zink. Annie dribbles, runs into some trouble, but gets it back to sister Eva Zink, who runs to the basket, gets it in. Layup good, 14-10 Bedford.
So interesting, just similar to what Londonderry had to do with Sullivan last game. Look, Allard now off of Sullivan. She has 2 fouls. They got the freshman Eva Zink on Sullivan because they want to make sure that Kate doesn't get her 3rd foul.
Gemma Murray lost the ball momentarily, able to recover. But off the hands of Gemma Murray on the pass. I was just saying, too, this is a much larger court than we're used to. That between the timeline and the three-point circle, that's a lot of real estate.
Should benefit Bedford with how much they fast break, getting more space. We'll see if that comes into fruition in the second half.
Pass inside, knocked away by Mia Giampa. It's going to stay with Bedford. Yeah, I was going to say that loose ball there would have been an over and back on the Bedford home court. But because of how big this NCAA court is, that they had plenty of room before they got to the timeline. So ball inbounds to Allard. She dribbles, kicks it out, gets it over to Eva Zink. Here's Eva. Back to Annie. Gonna jump for three and get it.
Oh, said she was on the line.
She was on the line, so 2-pointer there, 16-10. Bulldogs up. Zink with 4 points.
Yeah.
And here's an anticipation play there by Eva Zink, able to knock the ball loose, but Sullivan able to go back over the timeline to recover it. Sullivan, Zink on her, stops, tries to get the short jumper, no good. Rebound Bedford, good block there. Quick pass in transition to Allard, waiting under the back. That's trademark Gibbs basketball. As soon as the rebound is made, somebody's down the court. You see that long bomb throw, and they get it and turn it into 2 points.
I mean, the confidence, and part of his Coach Gibbs, he's obviously teaches them, hey, I don't mind if you turn the ball over once in a while. Let's go for the home run. Has led already to 2 baskets. Usually it's 20 points for them. Going back, Allard, you see she's guarding Giampa, who's really a 3-point shooter. So doesn't drive, so that way you can keep her in the game. I mean, you lose something, Sullivan, she tends to do well on Sullivan, but this way you keep Allard in the game for offense, and she doesn't get her 3rd foul.
Londonderry, they're coming back on now. Don't forget, tomorrow at the same time, we'll be here for the number 1 Bedford against number 16. Good one as well.
Watch this, Anderson's back in with 2 fouls. Watch McCarthy post. I think they'll try to post McCarthy up, get her either to give McCarthy an open layup or get a foul.
Londonderry inbounds into the offensive end. Gemma Murray cuts, goes to the basket, finds Anderson all alone. That shot is blocked by Allard. Londonderry gets the rebound back. Sullivan for 3, no good. And Anderson chases down that rebound. Now here's Giampa. That's going to be a 2-pointer.
Yep, I told you she can shoot. I mean, she was a great shooter. They're playing good defense on her, Bedford, and now, she finally got open, hit it.
So 3 offensive rebounds for Londonderry. Turns into points there. Allard tries to shoot one off the glass, no good. Sullivan rebound. Here comes Londonderry, trailing 18-12. 5:15 to go here in the half. Ekrit dribbling to Giampa. Over to Murray. A little bit of a weave here. Ekrit with the ball again. Muir on her. Now Murray gets it. Being watched by Eva Zink. Kicks it over to Ekrit in the corner. Dribbles her way out. Gives a little forearm shove to Muir. Gets away with that. Now a 3 from the corner. Gemma Murray hits it. That's definitely a 3. 18-15. 40 to go here in the half. Bedford dribbles. Zink to Muir. Inside to McCarthy. Too high off her hands. Out of bounds. Turnover Bedford. Muir found McCarthy, like you said. They're trying to get it inside to her, but he just put the ball high. Now here are the Lancers. Reagan Anderson. To Giampa, back to Reagan Anderson. Watched by McCarthy. Gemma Murray here. Londonderry taking their time. Now Sullivan drives. Kicks it out to Murray. Her 3 from the near corner, no good. Bedford with the rebound. 3:53 to go in the half. Here's Zink to Allard. Allard dribbles. Still dribbling, pulls up, trying to get a little reset here on the offense. Decides to take the 3 and gets it. Allard, good. 5 points, 8 points, should I say, for Kate Allard.
You really can't defend that. Sullivan was playing great defense. She had her hand up. I mean, without fouling, you cannot defend that. She's going to hit that shot. You got to give it to her.
6-point lead for the Bulldogs, 21-15, 3:21 to go in the half. Ekrit gets it to Anderson. Changes the dribble, blocked there by McCarthy, although the official thinks they got some of Anderson's arm, so they're going to send Anderson to the line.
Yeah, definitely from McCarthy's reaction, it looked like she thought she got a clean block.
Well, it didn't look like she got that much, but the official's a lot closer than we are. First free throw there by Reagan Anderson is no good. Second free throw on the way here. That, by the way, that's the second foul on Mel. Second one no good. Mel gets the rebound. Bedford gets it back. Annie Zink into the offensive end. Leaves it there for Eva Zink. McCarthy at the three-point line, dribbles, runs into some room here, and then kicks it out to Muir. Her three-pointer way off the mark. It's going to be out of bounds. Bedford turns it over.
I love
correction. It's off a Londonderry player. It's going to stay with the Bulldogs.
I love how Bedford, McCarthy comes out, who's 6'1". They put in a point guard, Juliet Laws, for her. Like they don't have positions. They just put 5 girls out there and they get it done.
Speaking of Laws, there she is with the ball, driving to the bucket. Tried to kick it back to Zink, and a little collision there with the Londonderry player causes a loose ball. Over for Bedford. Here they come, the Lancers do. Ekrit pulls up, leaves it for Gemma Murray. And there's going to be a foul called on Zink running into her. And that's the first foul on Annie Zink, I should say. Just a second team foul here on the Bulldogs in this second quarter. A more foul-free quarter than the first one.
Yes, exactly.
We had 9 fouls in that first one between the two teams. Just 2 now on the Bulldogs, none on Londonderry. Here's Sullivan on the outside line. Over to Ekrit. Back to Sullivan. Eva Zink watching her. She tries to get around, but Zink walks off her path on the baseline. Sullivan gets the ball back, tries to dribble through several Bulldogs. Now they kick it out to Gemma Murray. 2:13 to play in the half. Cross court to Sullivan from 3. That got blocked. And of course, Bedford comes up with the rebound. Lead pass there for Eva Zink, and she got mugged.
Sullivan, that's back in.
I believe that was Sullivan who got her arm around the neck of Eva Zink there. Definitely an obvious foul. Second foul on Sullivan. And Eva Zink's going to go to the line here. She's got 3 points, trying to add to that total. First one bounces and drops. 22-15 now. The Bulldogs up by 7 points, trying to push it to 8. And they do. Zink with 5 points, 23-15, 8-point lead here with under 2 minutes to play in the first. There's Murray. Pushes off on Zink, gets away with that. Ekrit now drives into the corner to Anderson for 3. No good, but quickly Emerson Dodge able to get that rebound. Sullivan drives, turns, and is going to be fouled by Eva Zink. I believe that's going to be her 3rd foul, right?
They're definitely...
Yes, it is. Her 3rd foul.
Refs are definitely not allowing any contact down low.
So Sullivan goes to the line here with an 8-point deficit here. 1:35 to go in the half. Sullivan only with 3 points in this game, and that first free throw no good. These free throws are really hard for both teams.
For 2 teams that usually shoot probably 70%. Yeah, we're seeing sub 500 right now.
Sullivan now with the second free throw. That one swirls around and drops. 23-16, Bulldogs up by 7, 1:34 to play.
Londonderry just can't let Bedford get into that double-digit lead going into the half. I mean, they just got to keep this game close and regroup.
Laws thought about the 3, then drives, but puts the shot up too strong when Londonderry gets the rebound. And Ekrit driving to the bucket, up coast-to-coast play there, and it's good. 23-18, Bulldogs up 5. Grace Wolf in the game, leaving it for Annie Zink. Had the ball knocked away. Zink gets it back. Annie finds a lane to the bucket, loses the ball momentarily, and they're going to say that it was off a Bedford player, not a bounds. I thought for a moment that a Londonderry player got a hand on it, but...
Yeah, I mean, I did too, but you could tell Zink didn't really react, so I think that was the right call.
50 seconds to go here in the half. Sullivan What are they going to call your offensive?
It looks like Dodge is going to get it. It looks like an offensive foul on Dodge.
So some contact away from the ball. You're correct. It is on Emerson Dodge. And the Bulldogs get the ball back here with 48.3 to go here in the half and leading by 5. Good opportunity here to add to that lead. Here's Laws looking at the 3. Now puts it down. Grace Wolf dribbles. Annie Zink inside to Kate Allard. She gets hit. Puts up a shot. No good. No call on that contact to Allard. Now 25 seconds left. Here's Gemma Murray dribbling for the Lancers. Way out, almost at the timeline. Now she gets it over to Sullivan. Back to Murray. Drives to the bucket, gets on the baseline. There's going to be a blocking foul, I believe, on Laws.
They had a foul to give, so that's fine.
7.9 seconds to go, and that was on Laws, her first. Londonderry to inbound here. Quick give and go, blocked. Bedford with the rebound, 4 seconds to work with here. Here's Allard, long pass, he gets it in, and there's the buzzer.
I think that's a killer. That's why you always want the last shot, right? Londonderry has a chance to cut it to 1 possession, down 5, and with 7 seconds left, and the next thing you know, it's a 7-point game going into the half.
I mean, it was a good play on the part of Londonderry. Quick inbound shot immediately off that inbound. It was partially blocked. Bedford comes up with the rebound. Allard's already practically under the basket in a split second, and the long pass hits her. Like I said, it's a trademark Bedford play.
Another good play with Allard guarding the smaller girls. To your point, she can get out in transition because her defender's not going in for the rebound, and you see what happened.
Let's get you caught up here on the scoring before we take a break. Brooke Ekrit still leading all the scorers for the Lancers. She's got 7. Gemma Murray with 5. Sarah Sullivan with 4. Mia Giampa with 2 on the Bedford ledger. We've got 7 points. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. 10 points for Kate Allard. She leads all scorers. 5 points for Eva Zink. 2 for Mel McCarthy, and 4 each for Annie Zink and Sarah Muir. We're going to take a little break here, come back in about 9 minutes, give you second half action here from Lundholm Gymnasium here on the campus of UNH. It is Bedford 25, Londonderry 18. You're watching and listening to Bedford girls basketball on BCTV and Bedford 105.1.
BCTV and WBNH thank our underwriters. Primary Bank, New Hampshire's bank for business. PrimaryBankNH.com. The Wicks Insurance Group, serving New Hampshire and the Bedford community with auto, home, life, and business insurance since 1984. TheWicksInsuranceGroup.com. Interim Healthcare of Manchester, personalizing care to help meet your unique health needs. InterimHealthcare.com. Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, your local brokerage boutique. Relationships built on trust. MrsNelsonsNeighborhood.com. Great New Hampshire restaurants. Food tastes better with family. Tbones.com or Copperdoor.com.
And welcome back to Lundholm Gym as play is underway here in the third quarter. Bedford with the possession arrow. They take the ball first. Sarah Muir, guarded by Ekrit, tries to get it inside McCarthy. Instead, now McCarthy, the pass is made, but it's anticipated by Reagan Anderson, who steals it for Londonderry. Kick out here to Gemma Murray. Now off to the top to Mia Giampa for 3. No good. Muir, the rebound. Quick pass up for McCarthy. Oh, and she dragged her feet. It's going to be a travel on Bedford.
Good call.
Sure she did that.
Good call, but yeah.
So Londonderry with the ball, 25-18 is the Bulldogs' lead. Pass is blocked by Bedford's Eva Zink, out of bounds. Possession stays with the Lancers. No, you were talking about the free throws. I'll get to that in just a minute. I was looking at some of the stats here. Londonderry inbounds. Ekrit waits, gets the ball inside to Sullivan. Tries to put a jumper up, no good, rims out. Bulldogs with the rebound. Here's Muir, lead pass to Eva Zink. Gets it back to Muir, puts it up, and is fouled in the process. And we were talking about the free throws. Bulldogs were 6-10, 60%. Londonderry only 4 for 10, 40%. So big difference there for both teams.
50% total, which is definitely below their averages. Now we're below 50.
And another miss there by Muir. Add that to the miss list. 6 of 11 now. Muir tries again. That time it's good. Bulldogs up 26-18. 8-point lead here with 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Londonderry's got to, they got to start making threes. They can't let Bedford get on a run, because once they do that, it's over.
Here's Brooke Ekrit driving to the bucket. Lost the ball, and they're going to say a foul here. And a shooting foul.
I mean, definitely at halftime, the sentiment that I felt was that, the refs are calling everything. But everyone made sure they said both ways. They're not favoring one team, but definitely they're not allowing any contact.
Sarah Muir with the foul on Brooke Ekrit, and Brooke misses the first free throw, so 4 of 11 now for the Lancers from the charity stripe. She's going to try again here. Miss again for 12. Allard with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Score remains 26-18. Zink cuts, gets it to Muir in the corner. Inside to McCarthy, off the glass and good.
I mean, I was waiting for that in the first half, right? They just can't stop her down there. They're going to have to double team him, and that's where you can kick out for a three. But
4 points for Mel McCarthy here, 28-18. Bulldogs up by double digits. Driving to the bucket is Sullivan, gets it in. Sullivan with 6 points.
I think that might be the first easy bucket I've seen Sullivan get in the 2 games they've played. So Bedford's doing a great job on her.
Absolutely. 28-20 now to score. Bedford up. Give and go from McCarthy to Muir. She had some contact there, but they're not going to call it. They're just going to say out of bounds. Oh, no, they do. They're going to say, actually, they're going to say a Londonderry player touched the ball on the way out. Oh, now there's a little discussion here amongst the officials to determine what happened there. I kind of thought that what I thought was a foul, and Muir lost control of the ball, but they said that she just lost the ball. They're going to give the ball to Londonderry.
I agree with you. I said I think they could have called a foul, but if they didn't call the foul, it was definitely off Muir.
And that is the result. Londonderry ball. They trail by 8, 28-20. Under 6 to play here in the third. Off the foot of Murray and picked up quickly by Annie Zink. She gets to the bucket. Blocked there by Murray. 3-pointer by Allard, no good. Rebound Londonderry. Now Murray coming back with the ball over the timeline. Drives to the bucket, off the glass, no good. Rebound there by Muir. Quickly driving to the basket, got her pocket picked with the ball turned right back over to Bedford. Off the glass, too strong by McCarthy. That was an easy bucket if she had just taken a second. Now in transition, here's a pass to Anderson. Ball is turned over once again, so it's a quick action back and forth. Not a lot of ball control or ball protection here. Just keep turning it over. But now Bedford slowing it down just a hair. Annie Zink drives to the bucket, and she gets fouled by Mia Giampa.
Definitely a mismatch in terms of speed there. Zink saw it, went to the hole, got the foul, exactly what she wanted to do.
So on the foul stripe, Annie Zink to shoot 2 here. Zink with 4 points. That first throw is good. 8-13 now for the Bulldogs from the free throw line. Zink's second free throw. Thought about coming out, but it's good. 9-14.
I mean, you mentioned, the different gym. Also, most of these girls, maybe once a year, when they've been here, they don't play in front of this many people typically. So I think the nerves could be a factor.
Ekrit's short jumper, no good. Rebound lost out of bounds off a Bedford player, so Lancers will control the ball. It's 30-20, 4:46 to go here in the third quarter. Waiting for the inbound, they find Sullivan off the glass and good. Sullivan now with 8 points. They tried to prevent her from getting the ball. They had a double team on her, but she was still able to come up with it. Now Zink fumbles the ball, turned over. Lancers take it right back. Here's Gemma Murray driving. Too strong, no good. Zink gets the rebound right back. Bedford in transition.
Yeah, I mean, Sullivan, you mentioned, she's just what I call a scorer. She's going to find ways to score.
Annie Zink still dribbling. Cross court to Allard. Leaves it for Eva Zink. Now Sarah Muir inside to McCarthy. Almost went off her fingertips. She turns around, puts the hook in. Good. Yeah. McCarthy with 6.
She's just too strong down low. She has great moves for someone, you know, undersized to guard her. And they're seeing that, and they keep giving it to her.
32-22, Bulldogs up. 3:49 to go here. Now Sullivan drives. Layup too short. Quickly in transition to Allard. Pulls up, puts it off the glass and good. Bulldogs with their biggest lead, 34-22, up by 12. Now long pass blocked by Allard, and she's going to be called for a foul. Londonderry trying that same thing quickly in transition, trying to get the ball to Sam Sullivan, but Allard got in the way, but they said that Allard bumped Sullivan in the process.
That's going to be her third. Still, you know, yeah, so it's not, you know, not scary, but you definitely don't want her to pick up a stupid fourth.
No,
and then
you might see her come on. Not yet. I mean, Coach Gibbs has not taken her out of the game yet, but that could happen soon. Inbound now to Sullivan. Allard on her. Brooke Ekrick gets it to Emerson. Emerson watched by Allard. Back to Anderson. Here's Sullivan outside of 3 points, drives, gets to the glass and gets it in. 10 points from Sullivan. I think she's had about 6 points in this quarter. 34-24, Bedford up by 10. Here's Ava Zink. Looks, puts it on the floor, kicks it outside to Mel for 3. Air ball, but Bedford there for the rebound. Here's Eva Zink. To Allard. Bedford resets on offense. Allard leaves it outside for Muir. Drives to the bucket. She gets fouled. Muir able to draw those fouls driving to the basket.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, usually Bedford shoots really well from the line. You know, so they don't get the bucket. They get to the rim, get 1 or 2 points that way.
The foul goes on Brooke Ekrick. It's her first. It's the 13th foul this quarter by Londonderry, and Muir hits that. 10 of 15 now from the charity stripe for the Bulldogs, doing much better than the Lancers 4 of 12. Muir once again, this time rims out. Londonderry with the rebound. Pass underneath to Emerson. Tries to do a reverse layup, no good, is short. And now a foul called on Bedford on the loose ball on the ground. The official says there was a shove.
Looks like he got
sure about that, but I believe there was a foul of some kind.
And that's Zink's fourth.
More of a scrum on the bottom of on the floor for the loose ball. So Allard is going to come out of the game. No correction, Eva Zink comes out of the game. Allard stays in. 3 fouls each on each team. Now here's Sullivan off the glass. No good. She's going to get a foul though, and it looks like it's going to be on Laws. Laws picking up her second foul here. And Sullivan goes to the line. 35-24, Bulldogs up by 11. First one good by Sullivan. She's got 11 points. Here comes the second one. Perfect. 6 of 14 now for the Lancers. They cut the lead down to 9, 35-26. Bulldogs have led this entire game. Here's a kick out to Laws. Laws goes to the bucket, off the glass and in. First 2 points there for Juliet Laws, the freshman.
You can just see every game she gets more and more confidence. Going to the hole. She can shoot the ball.
37-26 now. Emerson almost lost the ball. She gives it to Murray. Murray still with it, tries to get it inside. Ball was tipped there momentarily by Sullivan. Now she kicks it out for Ekrit for three. That's going to be short. Tie up, jump ball, possession arrow goes to Londonderry.
Great ball movement by Londonderry. They got the shot they want. It didn't go in, but they definitely got the shot they want.
1:37 to go here in the third. Anderson inbounds to Murray. Takes it outside. Into the corner to Emerson. Back to Murray, up high. Ekrit, closely watched by Muir. Ekrit waits, gets it to Anderson. Cross-court pass almost intercepted. Emerson's got it. Now Anderson under the bucket. Baseline tries to get it to Emerson. She gets fouled on her way to the bucket. And they're gonna call that a shooting foul? That's gonna be on Muir, by the way, her second, but she wasn't in the act of shooting.
But I think that's her fifth, right? So
it is the fifth team foul on Bedford, so Londonderry will be in the bonus. So yes, she will be shooting here. Yeah, so they were ready to let the inbound until the officials realized it was the bonus. So shooting foul here for Emerson, number 2. 1 foul on her, no points. And a miss there by Emerson, Dodge Emerson, number 2. Second free throw, this time rolls. 10-point lead for the Bulldogs, 37-27, 1:08 to go and a quick timeout. And while we've got a moment, a reminder that we're right back here at Lundholm Gym in just about 23 hours. 4 p.m. tip-off. It'll be the boys D1 championship. The Bulldogs take on the Blackbirds from Keene. Number 1 versus number 6. We'll have the action for you on Bedford 105.1 Radio Live. BCTV will get that video on for you on delay. But live audio from that game just like this on Bedford 105.1 Radio.
Yeah, we got about 9 minutes left. Bedford up 10. Londonderry was in this position last game. Obviously, Bedford came back. The big difference being, Bedford causes a lot of turnovers. Londonderry does not have that many turnovers, so Bedford can just keep grinding, not turn the ball over. They should be able to put this game away in the fourth quarter. Londonderry, watch them trying to, be a little more aggressive with their shooting. They got to get shots up to score points, and that's what it is right now. Londonderry's got to score.
Bulldogs with 1:08 to go here in the third with possession and a 10-point lead, trying to add to that. Muir inbounds to Annie Zink. Dribbling. Kicks it up to Laws. Cross-court pass too far, not out of bounds for Annie Zink. That was an unfortunate error there on the Bulldogs. Now Londonderry, they've got 55 minutes to work with, 55 seconds to work with. Gemma Murray dribbles to the bucket. Underhand layup, short. Rebounded momentarily by the Bulldogs. But Lancers get the ball back. However, they were on the backcourt line. Out of bounds, Bedford ball. So the teams trade turnovers here. 38 seconds to go in the third. Annie Zink calling out a play. Finds Muir. Back to Zink. 23 seconds. And a timeout called by Coach Gibbs.
Yeah, he doesn't seem happy. It didn't look like they were running the play he wanted to do. Called the timeout. I think that might be the first timeout he's used all game, so he's got plenty of them.
Listening to Bedford girls basketball on WBNH LP Bedford 105.1. I'm Harry Kozlowski here at Mike Top, bringing you the call of this game. Good one so far, especially if you're a Bulldogs fan. They're up by 10, 37-27.
Yeah, both teams definitely under their season average, especially Londonderry. Both these teams average about 60-plus points. And even the game in Bedford was a lot higher scoring, more high scoring. But, good defense. Like you said, obviously the free throws play a toll. They were shooting usually, they might each have 6 or 7 more points. So, it makes it so Londonderry, even though they're getting beat, pretty bad, they're still in this game, only down 10.
One area that the Bulldogs lead in, and I'm sure Coach Gibbs isn't happy, is in turnovers, 12-7. Bulldogs lead in that stat. Now the ball's inbound, 20 seconds to play. Quick pivot there, and a kickball on the Lancers' number 5, Reagan Anderson. So it's going to be an inbound with 14 seconds to go here. Andy Zink was trying to drive to the bucket. Stolen away here by Londonderry. Anderson loses the ball. Lancers get it back, 5 seconds on the clock. Here's Ekrit. She drives off the glass and in right at the buzzer. So some sloppy play there at the end. And Bedford gives up a quick 2 points, and instead of a 10-point lead or more into the fourth quarter, they now only have an 8-point lead.
Yep, same thing that happened in Londonderry at the end of the half. If you remember, they had the ball with 7 seconds. Turnover, Bedford got 2 the other way.
We at BCTV and Bedford 105.1 want to thank our underwriters for supporting our live sports coverage. Primary Bank, the Wicks Insurance Group, Interim Healthcare of Manchester, Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, and great New Hampshire restaurants like T-Bones and the Copper Door. Taking a look at the stats, Londonderry scoring led by Sam Sullivan with 12, followed by Brooke Ekrit with 9, Gemma Murray with 5, Mia Giampa with 2, and Emerson Dodge with 1. For Bedford, it's Kate Allard with 12 points, 6 points each for Mel McCarthy and Annie Zink. Eva Zink with 5, Sarah Muir with 4, Juliet Laws with 2, and Grace Wolf with 2 as well. Another turnover added to that stat. It's now 13-7 in favor of the Bulldogs. So 8-point game now, 1 quarter to go. Can the Bulldogs hold on? They've been playing a good game, but those kind of mental lapses are going to cost them.
I mean, you definitely can see how many fouls these refs have called. Bedford, they got, Zink with 4, Allard has 3. Everyone's got a couple fouls.
Here's Kate Allard, leaves it there for Sarah Muir. Back out to Mel McCarthy on the 3-point line. Annie Zink now. Londonderry very aggressive here on the defense. They're coming out and meeting the Bulldogs well outside the 3-point line, leaving it open underneath. There's a runner by Muir, too strong off the glass, and the rebound goes to Anderson. She kicks it out to Giampa in the corner for 3, and she hits it.
You don't want to leave her open. She can definitely shoot them.
5 points for Mia Giampa, and that cuts it to a 5-point lead, 37-32. Bulldogs a little cold here. Here's Annie Zink. She's got to find an open player. Now she throws it away. They're going to say it was hit by number 10, Gemma Murray. Good break there for the Bulldogs. Inbound to Zink. Over to Eva Zink. Mel McCarthy now. Nobody underneath the bucket. Annie Zink over to Allard. Everything outside the 3-point line right now. Nothing underneath. Allard's got to find an outlet here. Now she gets it to Eva Zink. Cross court now to Muir. Thinks about it. Gets it inside to Mel. Mel kicks it right back outside now in the corner to Zink, back inside to McCarthy, and a foul called, I believe, on Anderson. Non-shooting fouls. Like you said, Anderson is on McCarthy, a bit of a mismatch size-wise.
She's tough. She's definitely holding her own, but when you have that many inches, it's hard. It's hard to block or defend.
Here's Annie Zink for 3. She gets it. Needed that one. 40-32, lead back up to 8. 6:16 to play in regulation. Sullivan, watched by Ava Zink, runs the baseline, gets it. 14 points now for, or correction, that basket was by number 12, Ekrid. She's got 11 points. Now the Bulldogs. Zink inside the McCarthy. She got hit, got another rebound, and she's going to be fouled by number 10, Gemma Murray. That is going to be her third foul.
I think that's on Anderson. I think that's her fourth. They were both down there. It looked like they got Anderson with the foul.
Okay, you're right. It is Anderson, number 5. Fourth foul on her. Now McCarthy on the free throw line. That one rims out. Second free throw coming up here for McCarthy. Bulldogs up by 6. That one hits the back rim, bounces straight up in the air, and Murray gets the rebound for the Lancers. Down by 6 now, with 5:43 to go. 40-34, Bulldogs up. Murray loses the handle, gets it back. Gets it to Sullivan, who drives to the basket. Puts it up, and they're going to call a foul, a reach in. I believe it's going to be Eva Zink with the call. Nope, it's going to be on Muir. Third one on her. Second team foul, or first team foul, I should say, on Bedford in this quarter. But Sullivan with 12, looking to add to her score sheet, and she does right there. 5-point game, 40-35. Second free throw coming up. That's short, but rebound goes to Londonderry. Ekrid gets it back. It's another offensive possession here for the Lancers. Sullivan cuts, drives to the bucket, gets it to drop, and it's a 3-point game.
That's a killer.
40-37.
That's a killer. Giving up an offensive rebound on a missed free throw is a killer.
Muir, the Eva Zink, waiting for somebody to open up. Pass across to Muir. 5-minute mark of regulation. Muir dribbles, stops for the 3, and gets it. They're going to call it a 2, though. Not sure if I agree with that. 42-37. 5-point game. Throw to the corner, too strong. Off the hands of Mia Giampa. Turnover for the Lancers.
Yeah, we're definitely, Londonderry's doing what they need to do. Get buckets, get stops. Back in this game, only down 5. Plenty of game to go.
Now the Bulldogs have the ball back with a chance to push that lead back up. They led by as many as 12 points in this game. Here's Muir. Down to McCarthy. She's going to try the 3 from the corner. No good. But Ava Zink able to get the rebound. That's blocked. The pass inside. She gets it back quickly. Now McCarthy to Allard inside to Zink, and she gets hit hard.
Looks like Coach Gibbs wanted an intentional foul on that.
I could see that. That was a really physical foul, but I don't believe it was intentional. But it does put Eva Zink on the line here with 2 free throws. First one is good. 6 points now for Eva Zink. And she gets the lead back up to 6. Now a chance to get it to a 3-possession game here with a 7-point lead. A little short, rims out. And Gemma Murray with the rebound. Quick pass up to Ekrid. And a collision right there by Eva Zink.
And that's her 5th. That's her 5th. Nothing, yeah. She tried to avoid that, she just couldn't.
And Eva Zink fouls out for the Bulldogs. Waiting to see who gets the call. It's going to be Juliet Laws coming into the game. So Laws is a capable player, but doesn't have the size that Eva Zink has. 4:11 to go here, regulation. Bulldogs with a 6-point lead. Pass Pass inbound to Gemma Murray in the backcourt. Now up to Sullivan. She drives the baseline, pulls up. Giampa over to Ekret. Anderson now. Anderson dribbles, ball's blocked. Muir with the steal, trying to get to the bucket. Tried to pass it away and stolen right away by the Lancers. Now the long lead pass under the back of the Giampa. She gets the bucket, 43-39. Wow, that was quite a sequence right there. A steal stolen right back by the Lancers.
Quite a sequence. Great hustle on both sides.
And a little blocking foul there on number 10, Murray. She's going to get the call. Not a shooting foul, though. Contact with Muir.
But that's important because now Bedford's in the bonus. So next foul, they're shooting 2, no matter what.
.328 to go here in regulation. Inbound to Muir. Dribbles down the near sideline. Now the cross-court pass to McCarthy. Looks for an outlet. McCarthy dribbles. Leaves it there for Muir. Muir. What is the call here? Are they going to call a foul or a travel? It's going to be a travel. It didn't look like Muir lost her step and stumbled.
She definitely did. It's just whether or not, a Londonderry player touched her that caused that.
So 4-point game here with 3:13 to go, 43-39. Lancers with the ball. Sullivan over the timeline. Goes to the bucket. Short jumper is going to be off the mark. Run down by Juliet Law. She's in the corner. Is going to call a timeout, though. Quick 30-second timeout. Good call there by Coach Gibbs. Knew that Laws was in trouble. She was surrounded by 3 Lancers in that corner and had the ball.
Yeah, I was watching it. Luckily, the referee knows once that one gets in the corner, he looked right at Coach Gibbs to see if he wanted that timeout. A lot of times with, not professional referees, you don't see that. You have a turnover. He looked, I saw it right away, looked at Coach Gibbs, saw he wanted the timeout, gave it to him.
Bulldogs couldn't afford a turnover at that point. Just a 2-possession game here, 4-point lead, 43-39. 2:57 in regulation remains.
I mean, this is the game we expected. We knew, we knew it was going to be close. We knew it wasn't going to be a blowout. We knew if a team went down, they were going to battle back, and sure enough, that's what we're seeing.
Well, the Bulldogs, like I mentioned earlier, they've led this entire game.
From the get-go,
And the lead has been as high as 12, but now it's down to 4. So
it was 7.5. 7.5, so Londonderry winning the second half thus far.
Officials holding off here. Now they give the ball to Muir. And Lancers are going to pressure in the backcourt here.
With Anderson guarding Allard with 4 fouls, I'm surprised they're not trying to go down low to her. And there we go. There it is.
Pass go across to Andy Zink. To Allard in the corner, the far corner. She dribbles, kicks it out to Laws. Laws puts it on the floor. Now cross court to Muir. Bedford taking their time here. Muir still dribbling, trying to get away from Ekret. Gets it to Zink, reach in there by Murray. She gets away with that. McCarthy, she goes to the bucket. Now a long jumper for 2 by Muir is no good. Ekret with the rebound. Londonderry with a chance to cut it to 2 or 1 here with a bucket. Sullivan leaves it for Anderson. Anderson dribbles, kicks it out to Ekret. Ekret inside, 2-point jumper, too strong. Laws with the rebound, now running to the basket. Reach in by Murray.
That's 2 shots. That's 2 shots for Laws.
Right, because it's a bonus now. Even though she made the bucket, the foul came well before the act of shooting. But like you said, it's a bonus situation. So Laws goes to the stripe now for 2. She's got 2 points. Four-point lead here. Try to push it to 6. Laws first one perfect.
with a clutch free throw from the freshman. It looks like Londonderry's doing offense and defense with Dodge and Giampa. Dodge is playing defense, then they sub in Giampa for offense.
Law's second free throw is good. 2 perfect throws from the freshman. She's got 4 points and leads back to 6, 45-39. 1:52 to play in regulation. Murray kicks it to the corner to Giampa for 3. Too short. Rebound off the hands of Londonderry. It's going to be Bedford ball. They had their hands on the ball. Sullivan had their hands on that ball, but couldn't hold it.
And here's that offense defense. Dodge back in for Giampa.
Pressure in the backcourt here by the Lancers, but Bedford breaks it. Here's Muir. She's going to be fouled by Dodge. And Dodge can afford that. That's only her second foul.
Puts Zink on the line.
That's true. I forgot about that. The bonus. So the Bulldogs will take that. 1:37 to go. A chance to get it to a 3-possession game here. Perfect free throw there by Annie Zink with 10 points so far. Laws drops back into the backcourt for the inevitable transition. Now the second free throw coming up here for Annie Zink. That one's short. Londonderry with the rebound, but it is a 7-point game now, 3 possessions. Sullivan pivots and pops the ball up. Unfortunately, the possession arrow belongs to Londonderry, but great play. At least now the arrow is going to go Bedford's way. So the next tie-up will go for the Bulldogs. So under the basket, Gemma Murray sends it into Giampa, gets it back out. Giampa now for 3. No good. Rebound by McCarthy. She gets fouled by Reagan Anderson. And that's going to be number 5. Sorry, you were about to say that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the senior. We mentioned one of the few seniors on these teams. You know, that's going to be the end of her season. She had a great season, great career. And I'm sure the Londonderry fans are going to let her hear it.
So Mel McCarthy with a chance to add to the 7-point lead here with 1:21 in regulation. Oh, that one rims out. McCarthy from the free throw line is 0 for 5. Does she get one here? And she does. 1 for 6, 8-point lead for the Bulldogs, 47-39. 1:19 to play. Londonderry quickly in transition. That was Gemma Murray driving to the bucket, and are they calling that a foul or a ball out of bounds?
I think they're calling out of bounds. Once again, I think it was off her. I think it could have been a foul, so I think they just gave Londonderry the ball.
Inbounds to Sullivan. She tries to pivot against Allard. Ball blocked, but they're going to call Allard on a foul. I'm not sure about that. Sullivan really drove into Allard. Allard had her position.
And that's 4 on Allard.
So Sullivan on the foul stripe here. She gets the first one. 16 points now for Samantha Sullivan. 47-40. Bulldogs up by 7. No good. Rebound by Allard. Bedford has it with 1:08 to play. I would imagine the Bulldogs will start burning some clock down here. 1 minute to go in regulation. Now Gemma Murray reaches in, gets the foul, and that's going to put Annie Zink on the foul stripe. And Annie Zink so far 3 of 4 in this game. Free throw shooting.
Yeah, I mean, I know. Oh, that's Murray's 5th.
Oh, I read that wrong. Yeah, they didn't update the scoreboard quickly enough, so Murray fouls out of the game. You know, the one big thing about being at this gymnasium, you got the scoreboard with everybody's fouls and points on the board, so it's easy to look that up. First free throw, no good. Second one coming up here for Sarah Muir. Exactly a minute to play in regulation. That one's good. 8 points now for the Bedford lead at 48-40.
Londonderry's got to get some threes up, right?
Sullivan looks like she's going for two. She drives to the bucket, fishing for fouls, and I think she got one.
But that's Allard. That's her. Yep, that's going to be Allard's fifth.
So they drove right at Allard, and they're going to send her to the bench. So Allard fouls out, finishes the day with 12 points. You never want to lose a player like Kate Allard, but in this situation with the 8-point lead, you really want the ball handlers and the good free throw shooters, because the Lancers are going to try to foul you.
Yeah, they got to. They got to create possessions. They can't let Bedford burn too much clock.
Sullivan's free throw good. She's got 17. Lead is to 7, 48-41. Gets both. 18 points for Sullivan. 6-point lead now, 48-42 for the Bulldogs. 49.2 seconds. Quick timeout here called by, I assume, Kevin Gibbs. Real quick, we want to thank our underwriters for supporting our live sports coverage on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. Primary Bank, the Wicks Insurance Group, Interim Healthcare of Manchester, Nelson Real Estate of New Hampshire, and great New Hampshire restaurants like T-Bones and the Copper Door. Thank you very much for your support. Checking the score. What are you looking up here, Mike?
I just want, I mean, how many fouls? Bedford has 18 fouls, and it looks like Londonderry 18 fouls. I mean, we don't have the stats. My guess, both teams.
Are you looking for
total fouls? I guarantee both teams have not committed this many fouls in any one game this year.
I'm trying to find fouls here. Can't quite find it.
It looked like 18 to 18 when you add up all the totals. So that's a lot of fouls, you know.
Okay, Bedford's going to inbound the ball. Londonderry is going to put on the press here, trying to force a turnover. Inbound to Zink. Loses the ball momentarily. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow, Bedford. Good break there.
This is why that jump ball that Laws created earlier on Sullivan is huge, because now Bedford has the ball.
Muir inbounds. Too far for Zink. It's a turnover. Londonderry gets the ball back. Giampa in the corner now. Ekret. Pass across to Sullivan. Sullivan loses the ball. And a timeout called by Londonderry here with 35.5 seconds to play.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely making it interesting. You know, you got Allard and Murray on the bench with 5 fouls. You got a 6-point Bedford lead. Could be 2 possessions. Both teams in the bonus. So, you know, it's definitely a lot of ball game left with 35 seconds.
Trying to look at the turnover situation here. 16-9 Bulldogs leading that unfortunate category. So Londonderry with the quick timeout here, calling some strategy here. 35.5 to go. Bedford up 6.
They definitely either need a quick 2 or a 3, right? They can't take 15 seconds off the clock and then get a 2. They got to go quick or hit a 3.
Sullivan trying to inbound. She does. Gets it to Dodge. Now Sullivan gets the ball right back. Ekret had it momentarily. Back to Sullivan. Sullivan on the ground. Gets it to her teammate. Shot is blocked out of bounds. And what's the call here? Is it out of bounds or a foul? No, they're calling a foul here.
They got Juliet Laws with the foul. Ekret will shoot 2. Try to cut it to a 4-point game.
20.7 left here in regulation. Both teams, by the way, in the bonus and fouls. Free throw by Ekrit is good. She's got 12 points. 48-43, 5-point game. Perfect second time from Ekrit. Bedford quickly inbounds to Zink. Zink in the corner, tries to get away, gets up to Laws. All alone, McCarthy under the basket. Decides not to shoot. That was a smart play, trying to take some time off the clock. But McCarthy, she's not the one you want shooting here. She's 1 for 6 on the game. I think I would have rather have her go to the bucket and get the easy layup.
Yep, versus take 3 seconds off the clock, yep.
And as soon as I say 1 to 6, she hits the second free throw of the night.
She's 2 in a row. She was 0 for 5, so that's 2 in a row. She's got some positive momentum.
Second free throw is good as well. Good juju right there. 6-point lead for the Bulldogs, 50-44. 8 seconds to play. Sullivan drives to the basket, kicks it out to the corner. Now here's Giampa for 3. Too strong. Rebound, Bedford. Muir with the ball, and that's going to do it. Bedford wins. Bedford, 2-time champions, 2-time perfect season.
Yeah, that's 45 in a row, something like that. You know, just a good game. I mean, Londonderry came to play. They didn't give up. You know, good game from the tip-up. As you said, Bedford had the lead the whole way. Londonderry could have easily given up when they were down 12. They didn't. Came out in the second half, won the second half, kept themselves in the game.
Let's give you the recap on scoring. First for Londonderry. Samantha Sullivan with 18. Brooke Ekrit with 13. Mia Giampa with 7. Gemma Murray with 5. And Emerson Dodge with 1 point. Bedford led by Kate Allard, who fouled out of the game with 12 points. Annie Zink with 11. Then it was Mel McCarthy with 9, including 2 clutch free throws at the end there. Eva Zink with 6, as well as Sarah Muir, and Juliet Laws with 4 points, Grace Wolf with 2. So Mike, what can you say about this game? It came down to the end. It was all Bedford for most of the game, but then things started slipping away, but the Bulldogs tightened it up and pulled it out at the end.
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly like you would have thought, right? As I said, a close game, neither team giving up, a game of runs. You know, a lot of fast breaks, a lot of a lot of ball movement. End of the day, I think it's what most people expected is Bedford wins a close game, and that's what we saw here.
So we're going to thank our crew. Andrew Fenn back in the studio, Bill Jennings producing, Eric Chellis on camera from Blue Lock Media helping us out. We appreciate that. Mike Kopp here on color. Thanks for joining me. We're going to say goodbye on the radio. TV side, we're going to stay for the award ceremony taking down to the net. So the final score, Bedford 50, Londonderry 44. The Bulldogs are state champions.